What is a dedicated server, and why is it important? The way most online games work, there's a host, and then there are clients. You as a player are typically a client. Generally, if you're playing a commercial game, it works exactly like that. Host, client. Host is the server. That player doesn't have a very good computer or doesn't have a very good internet connection. Not only is the player playing the game using that machine, and like all the other players, their computer is sending out all of the information as to their own location in the game, what they're doing, what their loadout is, what physics is happening near them right now, etc. And their computer is running a copy of the game and rendering all of the things that are in the game, just like any other player. But on top of that, it's also running a server where every single player's location, what they're doing, what they have, and what's going on around them is being sent to every player at all times. Unless it's some kind of cloud server like what Microsoft is using for their new games, it's true that the host computer is not doing a lot of physics calculations or engine work for the game. But that doesn't mean it's not doing things that are a lot more taxing than just sending out numbers. It's also keeping the game in sync for every single person. And if somebody has a diverting speed, it has to figure out exactly how to keep that player where they're supposed to be for all the other players. The more players you have, the more it takes, because it is doing calculations. Not necessarily physics calculations, but it has to keep track of every single thing a player's doing. So thus far, we've talked about a little bit how multiplayer works, and a little bit about what a host is. You probably have some idea as to what a dedicated server is, just from me saying that. But to move to the next step, a dedicated server is a machine running in a building somewhere for a specific purpose. For clients playing games to connect to, and it handles all of the host activities. Keeping track, keeping score, keeping sync, it's all the responsibility of a dedicated server.